Welcome everyone, and thanks for watching. Today the guns that I brought out are both 45s. We got over here our Springfield 1911. Make sure it's not loaded. And then I've got our Glock 21. I'll open that one up, make sure nothing's in it. So starting out with the Springfield, this is model 1911 A1. The guns are made in the US. The barrel on it's 5 inches long, and the overall length of it's 8.6 inches. The weight of the gun's 32 ounces, and that's empty. It's made of forged stainless steel with a matte black finish to it. The grips on it are cross cannon, double diamond, and they come in both Coca-Cola and a black finish, so you can change them out. It also comes with 2 magazines, and they're single stack magazines, and the capacity is 7. The Glock, this one here is the first generation. Guns are made in Austria. The barrel on it's 4.6 inches. Overall length is 8.22 inches, and unloaded, the weight of it's 30 ounces. It's got the polymer frame on it. And as for the grip of the gun, without the Hodge grip that's on there, it's just flat. And one thing up that it's got on it is it does come with the 2 magazines, but these are 13 round magazines, and it's double stacked instead of single stacked, so you can see the difference in the width, which we'll look at in a minute here. When you put the 2 guns side by side, you can definitely see the Glock's a lot wider than the 1911, which is a positive thing I see with the 1911. And comparing them again side by side, neither of the guns have a real safety on them. Glock's safety is here in the trigger. That's about the only safety on that one. And for a 1911, the safety's in the back here. So if this isn't pushed forward, it's not going to fire, which I love that. And also, another difference in them, the Springfield's got a hammer on it, which the Glock doesn't. There's no hammer to it. The disassembly on them both is totally different. I think for the Glock, it's much easier to disassemble. So these are both really nice guns, really good quality guns. What I like better about the Glock than the Springfield, and vice versa, we'll start with the Springfield. It's thinner gun. I feel it's a more balanced gun. I like it more. That's just my opinion. And then obviously here, we'll hold them up again. Glock's a lot wider. So the Glock then, cleaning it, disassembling the gun is much easier. You go ahead and make sure it's unloaded, cock it back. You got to decock it. You have this little bracket here on both sides. You're gonna hold it down on both sides evenly, and it just slides right off of there, just like that. So, and then you got your spring you're going to remove, your barrel you're going to pull out. This barrel here, it's going to come out this way, which with the 1911, it's going to come out the front. So go ahead and put that back together. Make sure that's on straight there, and you can just slide it back on. While I've got the Glock in my hand, something different about the first generation too. Disassembling it after the first generation, there's a little part inside. When you cock it back, you're gonna have to bring that down to be able to take it apart. So, all right. So now the Springfield, disassembling the Springfield. Not that it's hard, but the Glock's just a lot easier. So go ahead and we'll open it up, make sure nothing's in there, decock the gun, and then they do make a tool for this, but you're able to do it without the tool. So there's a spring in here. You're going to push this guy down. Now this part here, it only turns one way. It'll turn both ways, but it only goes half of the way of what you need it to go. So just put that down, turn it, and then be careful of the spring. It's spring loaded, this will just shoot right off. So easily let it up. And you'll bring it out if you want. You can take that off of there. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come back to a certain point to where this guy here is going to come out. And then there we go. On the other side here, you're going to push with your finger. You're going to pull it out there. So now that's out, and it's just going to come right off of there. And you got to pull your spring out, and it's going to come out this way. Remember I was saying the Glock, the barrel came out here. Well, with the 1911, it goes right out here. Just like that. So putting it back together, just slide it back in. Just like that, line it up. And then you've got this part of it here that's going to hold this key in place here. So go ahead and put our spring in. And so our spring doesn't get wrapped up. Pull this part off for right now. So put that back on. Here's that part here I was talking about. Make sure it comes up, because it's going to line up with this here. So if you want to start out with the gun upside down, that's fine too. It's easier to see through the hole here, see that it's lined up. And there it is there. So then you want to turn it over. Again, make sure it's lined up. And if you have something small you can put in there, just to straighten everything out, go ahead and do that. So since we did that, go ahead and put this back in. So now this here is spring loaded, so it's going to be kind of hard to get in, and the last thing you want to do is push from down up, because you'll end up scratching it here. There are some that have done that. So what I end up doing is I end up just using a little screwdriver to put the pressure back. I'll push it in just like that. So everything's good to go there. Then you want to turn it up. You want to put this guy here in. Put him in the position it needs to be. Put this guy on, you push him down. Turn this over. And it's ready to go. Doesn't take a whole lot to do it. I know there's some out there that can do it really good, really fast. But anyway I look at it, the Glock's easier to disassemble. Thanks for watching.